Hello there. Today's a bit of a different kind of video because today I am going for my motorcycle license. More particularly, I'm learning how to ride a motorcycle because I have not done that in so long I've forgotten. And two, I'm going for my BHS, which is basically my basic handling skills course, which is something that is required in order to then get that, then go for your theory to get your learners for your motorcycle. So I'm going to do that today. I am in about an hour going to drive to Mount Maunganui to learn how to ride and then take my BHS course. Hopefully I'm going to pass. I have not that much confidence in passing it, but I have my expectations set to a reasonable level. If I don't pass, I'm not going to be overly disappointed. I can take it again the next week. If I do pass, that's awesome. I get my BHS certificate, and therefore I can just do my theory test and then go and get my motorcycle license. Get a motorcycle. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'll see if I can film it, but maybe not, considering the fact that I'm going to be actually, learning how to ride and riding the motorcycle instead of filming somebody else do it. I might see if the instructor can film it, but if not, I will just, give you some B-roll footage of getting there, and then I will give you my thoughts afterwards if I pass or not, and so on and so forth. So, a bit different, but I hope you guys enjoy it. I passed. Not gonna lie, it was awesome, but also weirdly difficult. Okay, bad example. Let me explain. Because I never learned how to ride a motorcycle before, I had to learn how to. I had to learn about the clutch and the friction zone, acceleration, pulling the clutch in, changing gears. And the thing is, with the bike I was using, it was a Yamaha 225 Scorpio. With that bike, obviously because it's not, I guess, as modern as a Yamaha R1 or a Ninja 400, where you can see the gears on the dash in front of you. This had a green N and turn signals. So I had to feel where the clutch was and if I was in neutral or not, and it would light up. Difficult thing to wrap my head around. And then also the friction zone. Not gonna lie, that's one of the weirder things I've had to deal with because I've never driven a manual car, so I am not familiar with, clutch in, shift gear, clutch out, that kind of thing. And doing that on a motorcycle, again, which I haven't ridden in so long, if at all, was difficult. However, according to my instructor, I'm a quick study. So I'll take that how it was. And that was just learning how to ride the motorcycle. Afterwards, I actually had to do the, 3-step process in getting my certificate, which required indicating, checking, leaning, which is something that I do unconsciously and not in a good way, which is where, so you're driving a car and you're driving like this and you look over like your head is turning. You're unconsciously turning your wrist because where your head goes, your body kind of leans or twists. And so that's basically a bad thing in a car, but a good thing on a motorcycle, because if I'm checking and looking, my body's going to lean that way. So therefore, I can make the corners. And not looking down at your wheel, you're looking further, which again is something I needed to learn, but something very good. And during this 3-step process, something happened which I wasn't aware of until I was told by my instructor, which is stalling. Which for me was letting the clutch out too quickly, causing the bike to jerk forward. Now, wasn't that bad. However, in this test that you take to get your BHS certificate, you cannot stall more than 3 times. If you stall a 3rd time, you fail. Which is something that after I stalled my 2nd time, not gonna lie, made my heart beat a little bit faster. So, thankfully I only stalled twice, and after doing it for an hour, both the learning and the test, I passed. I was so happy and it was awesome, but also it was kind of horrible considering the fact that I was in jeans, long-sleeved shirt, and a jacket with a helmet, and it was 32 degrees Celsius. So I was cooking. But overall, one of not the best, but a great experience that I've had in my life. And now that I have the certificate, all I have to do is take the theory test, and I can get a gear, get a motorcycle, and go on and start learning. And something that some people might not know, but something I just found out, is your certificate doesn't have an expiry date. It's indefinite. So if I choose not to, I can. There's no harm done. And I can take it whenever I want. And then if you're on your learners, this might change in the future, but I can hold my learners for 10 years. Not gonna lie, that seems a lot of time to practice and not stalling, which is, according to my instructor, one of my main things I need to work on, which I hopefully will. So, yeah, a little bit different. I greatly enjoyed it, and I can think I will enjoy motorcycle riding in the future, and hopefully I can show that on videos and on the channel, but we'll see. So, yeah, a little bit different, but I hope whoever's watching this enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.